Jay Bills from Media Spotlight UK, and I'm here with the main event, Aria Wild in the building. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Um,
Nice to meet you too.
well, I mean, main event. This is your third fight in your career in total, am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. So this is my third boxing fight. Yeah.
So, how are you feeling at this point? Because I know that the last few fights that you've had, DKM Plush, was it 2 wins under your belt?
So my first fight was in December. Unfortunately, I didn't win, and then my second fight was in March, and I won that.
Okay, so obviously having that experience to lead up to this fight with arguably one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, Cris Cyborg, how does it all play, especially when you got the phone call? Like, take me through when you got the phone call to have this fight.
So, to be honest, to begin with, I didn't really know what to think. I felt nervous, like super nervous, because Cris Cyborg's name is huge. She's known across all disciplines of combat sport. And when I was speaking to my coach about it, he was saying you just need to take away her name, take away who she is, and look at her, at the opponent who she is in front of me. So as soon as I took away who she was and her status and stuff like that, I felt a lot more relaxed. When I saw her yesterday for the first time, I thought, right, it's business now, and it is. And as soon as we come face to face, I felt relaxed. Yeah.
So how has camp been for this one? Because obviously you've had experience in having camps.
Yeah.
I think the first one you've only had a few weeks in preparation. This time you've had a lot more in training. How's camp been for you in terms of preparing for this fight?
So I've only had 3 weeks preparation for.
Oh wow!
Fight. Yeah, 3 weeks is really.
So
short.
you've had like a set of like short times in camp.
Yeah, I've had short camps, but to be fair, I'm always training. My sparrings are good. I have hard spars as well. I'm always in diet, so I don't really feel like I'm ever in camp. It's just a lifestyle for me, so I didn't really have to change too much.
Because I know you're a ring girl and a model as well beforehand. What made you decide that you wanted to take up boxing as a sport? Because it seems like that's now the prevalent of where you're at in terms of your career.
So when I was ring girling last year, I just felt like I was on the wrong side of the ropes. I was watching the fights thinking, oh man, I need to get in there. Like, I don't want to be walking around ring girling. I want to be in there fighting. And I ring girled for a few more shows, and just watching everyone in there thought, I need to do this. Like, I felt like I was missing out. So I just threw myself straight into boxing. And since then, I feel at home with it.
So your fight this Saturday, whatever happens, win, lose or draw, what would be the future for you in terms of, influencer boxing for you at this stage? Like, where do you want to take it to?
I just want to see how far I can take it. I don't have a opponent in mind on the influencer scene. I just want to push myself and see how many wins I can get under my belt. And I just want harder fights. Each fight, I want more of a challenge.
And I guess you've been seeing a lot of the women fights that have been happening in the influencer scene. I mean, recently, Elle Brooke versus Paige Van Zandt, Julie Poker versus Barbie. If we start with Elle Brooke versus Paige Van Zandt, like, how did you see the fight in your view?
That was amazing for Elle to come in and do what she did. And she's only been boxing a couple of years, like, massive respect, like a true inspiration. So I actually watched Elle's fight just after I signed my contract, and it's just given me like massive motivation, big confidence. So, yeah.
And one of your fellow mates, Carla Jade, she had a fight last year in Newcastle. I haven't seen her for a while. Have you guys spoken about the idea of if she potentially might want to come back into the ring?
Yeah, so I'm good friends with Carla. She'll be back. She'll definitely be back. Yeah.
Because I know I saw the comments earlier for Amber O'Donnell and Brooke and Barwick face-off, and she's already in there in the comments and stuff like that. So you must have seen what that was going on there.
Yeah, I just don't get involved in the whole comment section, to be honest. I just sit there, watch.
It can get sticky.
Yeah, I just sit there, watch, and just, we'll just see what happens on the night.
Well, final thing, what would you like to say to your fans out there? Obviously, this is a mega fight for you, main event. What would you like to say to your fans out there, and any final message for Cris Cyborg?
I just want to say a big thank you to all of my supporters, whether they've been in person or online. Honestly, you guys rooting for me, it massively, massively helps. My message to Cris Cyborg, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the ring and putting on a good fight.
Well, Aria, a pleasure to meet you, and I wish you all the best for tomorrow. I know it's going to be a banger, and I know this is only going to be up and up for you in this case. So thank you so much for taking the time, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.